Ladies and gentlemen, hailing from Cleveland, Ohio, I give you BVO.
Oh, we boxing? Yeah, we boxing. I need that belt like it ain't no other option. So we punching and weaving and blocking. Defeat ain't an option. Let them know. Shoot a video, put it on BVO. Let them know. Every time I punch, it's a heavy blow. BVO, bound to hit like bricks cause it was set in stone. Let them know. I ain't getting body, but I'ma hit this flow. Yeah, way more than a show. This is BVO.
The JBT is back at it again, y'all. This time, amazing raffle for the holidays. Replenish the pocket. Sometimes things go grim and, you spend a little bit more than you anticipated, but we're here to help you out. $5 to get you in, $20 to get you in 5 times for winner takes half. Hold on. I didn't know that was the details, y'all. Hold on. Cut.
Hey, Remo.
Hey, yo, Karen, why y'all ain't let me know that the prize was winner takes half? Now, this is dope.
It's been running for some time now, silly.
Is JBT a content creators ought to get into this?
Absolutely not. Are you crazy?
No.
Nope.
Wow, that's crazy.
No content creator, just JBT supporters, sorry.
Whatever. Bye. Like I was saying, $5 to get you in 1 time, $20 to get you in 5 times. Winner takes half. You can't win if you don't play, man. Jump in the raffle. JBT Network 1 is the way you get in. Leave your name and the means of contact. And enjoy the holidays on us, JBT.
Ho, ho,
Peace.
ho, Merry Christmas.
Yo, what's up? It's your boy BBO Boxing, aka the King of Boxing Talk. Hold on, somebody talking when I'm talking. Hold up. Sorry, somebody messed up my intro, yo. So it's your boy BBO Boxing, coming to you live from the greatest city in the world, Cleveland, Ohio, man. Let everybody know BBO Boxing is back. Let everybody know BBO Boxing is back. Keep in mind, we still repping the mighty JBT. So just want to say this, man. Big things out here, man. I want to salute, man, to my guy, the Puerto Rican Prince. Shout out to my guy, Curly Top, aka Prize. Definitely shout out to my man, top part-time Thomas Hill, and of course my right-hand man, Crush the Legend. What's going on, brothers? How y'all feeling?
I'm good.
Good. So today we're talking about the 140-pound division. So I'm pretty much I think today I'm gonna take off. Today I'm gonna let my man, brother Free, the Puerto Rican Prince, he's gonna be moderating for me today. So talk to you guys soon. I'm letting everybody. I know y'all get tired of me cooking everybody, so I'm gonna let them have some fun, man. But I'll talk to y'all soon, man. Peace.
Family Day, baby boy.
That was crazy how he just skated out of here like that. That was crazy work.
Hey, sometimes the listeners be calling.
What's up, Tom?
What's up, Crush? The legend, the Mickey Freaky legend in the Mickey Freaky building. Got my main man, Prize Fighter TV. Like, comment, and subscribe, dog. If you like prize fighting, you like my man Prize. And shout out to the man, the myth, the legend himself, D Rizzy, my Mickey Freaky Nizzy. What's the deal? Shout out to BBO Boxing. I seen his disco. Hey, you remember them old 45s? That's what this new format look like when they got your
the old 45 record. Yeah, man.
Like
I got
45.
some 45s too. I got like a couple of crates, like 3 crates of 45s.
Well, my man is a radio head, bro. He a record player machine. You got the old record player, then.
Yeah.
That's what's
so
up.
let's get right into it.
Hey, shout out before y'all go on and roll it. Shout out to my main man BVO, aka the family man, aka my wife called my ass at get your ass over here and stop talking to these Mickey Frickies. Always a pleasure, man. Salute to that fella. And shout out to the chat, dog. Shout out Ace Boogie. Shout out my guy Ace Boogie in the house. Now I digress.
All right. So what is the sport of boxing looking like right now for the 140-pound? It's kind of in a uproar. We don't know if 2 of the champions are going to come back at the weight class. So how is it the landscape looking for 140 pounds. I'm gonna go to Crush, then Thomas Hill, and then Prize Fighter.
It's looking like a ghost town right now. It's nothing going on. It's like a lot of confusion. I don't know what's going on. 40. We was just talking real good about 140 pounds, and just it was just good just a week ago. But now we in a position to, as like D3 just said, you got guys talking about moving out the weight class right now, and then there hasn't really been too much going on. So right now, I think because the sport is actually turning over to a whole nother generation so quick, I think that's what it is. And I think some younger guys is going to move up because we got some guys talking about moving up. We'll see what happens. See whoever moves up to 40 after these guys who's leaving 40 can do something. But right now, 40 is kind of disappointing.
Thomas Hill.
Hey, come back to me.
All right, Prize. How you feel about 140 pounds right now, Prize?
I'm kind of like OG Crush right now. A little disappointed, man. We had a little high hopes. We had high hopes for that just last year on this channel. We had high hopes for 140. We was naming all the names, and them niggas still ain't fought.
Right,
So
right.
I'm just like, I'm with Crush. A little disappointed, but I mean, we almost into the new year, so hopefully we can get this sport back on track, man, because it's going to take 100 turkey Island sheiks to make this thing right. Because right now, we don't even know if we're going to have ESPN. We don't know how much longer they're going to be around. We're messing around in DAZN to be the only one showing boxing. So,
Yeah.
it is what it is. But as far as the 140 pounders, very, very disappointed.
Yeah. Thomas Hill, you good right now, or you want us to keep cooking until you come back?
Hey, I'm good right now, baby boy. Now, I'm sorry, I was being addressed by my superior, dog. So what's the deal? What was the question?
I was saying, how do you feel about the 140-pound division? The landscape is a little shaky right now.
I think it's shaky when you talk about big time names, but I think it's big time action there, and I think it's a lot of people in there that can vie for that 40 crown. You know what I'm saying? Which adds parity to the scene, man. I think that what we really need to do is look at these damn sanctioning bodies and how they go about making fights happen and how they excuse fights from happening. I think that in all, I think unifications always trump Mandos. I think it needs to be embedded upon the sanctioning bodies as well. I think that they should incorporate that in their ranking as well too, so that if there's a mandatory that should be paid, and it should be like ranked off or just passed around. So this time, this one holds the mandatory, and they could choose any champion it wants to make the fight, and then pass it around like they normally do, but just incorporate the unifications in as mandatories as well too. That would also get some of the action going. I think that there's a lot of talent there. I think a lot of it is just not big name talent, and I think it's a lot of good fights to be made. So I like the climate of it. I just don't like the scale of it because, we live in a time where if you take a loss, that's considered career suicide. Or we need to get to the point where it's suicide is double jeopardy so that people can feel that a loss won't hurt them. And in fact, it won't hinder them at all. And they can fight more again so that we can get the fights. But I think it's lacking star power, if you mean that. Yeah, star power, the draw of it is not there. But the actual fights, I believe, are there, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I see what all of y'all are saying. I look at it a little different. It's similar to where Thomas Hill looking at. I look at 140 where it's open season to anybody because the two, if you want to count three, the three biggest names, we don't know what they're going to do. They might be moving up to 47. The three biggest names at the weight class might be moving up to 47. That leaves an open for everybody else because we already got Richardson Hitchens. He's about to fight this weekend for a title. The other two titles right now, the WBC, the WBO, the WBC is open now. So I think I'm not sure if they already fought for the vacant belt yet or they're about to fight for the WBC vacant belt. I think they're about to fight for the WBC vacant belt. The WBO is up for grabs because Tio is no longer able to fight right now. And the WBA Rayo is about to fight Antoine. So that fight is about to go down for the title. So it's kind of open season for anybody that really want to make a move and try to conquer this division, because
You froze, Z3.
Yeah, you up in the freezer right now, dog, like from water.
We'll give him a second until he comes back. But I like what he was saying. But yeah, there are some fights there to be made. You're right, but they got to get it cracking. So because of what we are all looking forward to, I guess that's why it's kind of like kind of a disappointment, because what we looking forward to, and already some of our expectations was not they didn't pan through in the way that we wanted them to. So I feel everybody's point of view on it, because they are relevant. All our opinions are relevant in this situation. So I don't see anything wrong with that. So D3 is going to have to come out and come back in. But yeah, we have Hitchens, Paro this weekend. Like you said, we don't know what the other two guys is going to do. So there is it is an open division. Of course, it's been open for a minute right now. ID free, cool. I got it. We got it. But it's been open for a minute, and we've been wanting to see that weight division really get the wheel rolling, so we can get a undisputed champion at the weight class, which is looking like a very good weight class to become undisputed in, because it's definitely a good weight class, but we're not getting what the weight class possesses, because like you said, Tommy, there are a lot of good fights in there, like D3 also said, but we're not getting them. So we're not getting them. That's what's going to be the con side of the pro of it. So they got to get it rolling, because I think if they really start putting these matches together, there are some good guys in there. We can see some fireworks, because we can sit here and put matchups together, and most of them we'll say they really bar burning. So they got to get it rolling. They just got to get it rolling. I'm not canceling the weight class out, but it's kind of just slacking some action right now. They just got to get to business.
Yep. I apologize. Had a little technical difficulty. Yeah. Now I heard a rumor of Keyshawn might be moving to 140, and I heard a rumor Moten is supposed to be campaigning at 140, since he had that bet. His team is saying he's gonna campaign at 140. So there's some young
They
guys.
had a little reason why, excuse why he missed weight all crazy. I forget, but the guy he's fighting is 35-1, man. That's the guy Carmel's fighting is 35-1, bro. That's this is next level. This kid can come through on this fight. I'm gonna give him. I don't care if the guy what rating that guy is. That guy got hella experience. He got over 35 fights, bro. And he only lost once. So if Carmel go in here and beat this dude, bro, he get 100% credit. I don't think don't let that weight stuff fool you.
They putting that fight on in another state, because he's suspended for New Jersey. He's not allowed to fight in New Jersey. That fight on in another state.
I'm not sure where that fight is gonna be actually at. Cause yeah, you are right. He is suspended. But I know that his next matchup, his opponent is 35-1 with 20-something knockouts. So, I mean, that guy, Carmel's like, that's some, bro. How many fights he got? 4?
I think he got
5?
4. I think he got 4. I think it's like 4.
And now that's asking. Like I ain't none of the young boys I rock with, dude. Boots, I ain't never see Boots do nothing like that. I ain't never see Devin, Shakur, Tank. I ain't never see them at set. Yeah, not 17, 18 years old fighting a man that's 35-1. I think that's insane. But they must know something. The matchmakers over there must know something because if Cromell beat this dude, bro, that's hella experience. The dude should be able to beat Cromell just off of experience. It doesn't matter if he's a D level, C level. He should be able to beat Cromell off of experience. But hey, we're gonna see.
Yeah,
Not
I mean, yeah, I agree with you say. The only problem I had is that guy really he's 35-1 and you putting him in there with a guy who basically really doesn't have any experience. Yeah, but far as pros, he don't have any experience. So how good is this guy that you putting him in there with? Because putting their young prospect in there with a guy who is that dangerous, and your prospect only got 4 fights. I don't see nobody doing that. So I don't know how good this guy really is. I have to look at his resume and look at the face prior to fighting Moulton. But nevertheless, we got this weekend at 140. Now, let's say Richardson Hitchens go out there and what do you think his next move would be or should be?
go. You can go first, Pride. You good?
Repeat the question again, Free.
I said we got this title fight this
Yeah, Hitchison and Pyro, right?
Capture. Yeah, if he captured this title, what you think his next move would?
If he goes ahead and get the belt like he's supposed to, I'm thinking he should go after another one of the champions at 140. You know, I mean, he'll be in a position to get a big fight. This is what he wants. You know, maybe he can go fight Shakur,
Well,
or I don't know. Maybe he
well,
can meet one of them at 140. T.O. He got food up there.
well, T.O.'s not fighting right now. We don't know when T.O.'s going to come. Devin, we're not sure when he's going to come back. So those two, I mean, Devin's belt is so the only other champion.
Gas now, right?
Yeah, the only other champion right now is El Rayo, and he's about to.
Wait, so Devin is not champion in recess anymore? That's what boxing had him at.
That belt is about to be
vacant,
handed to whoever wins between Sandor Martin and I forgot who Sandor Martin is fighting.
Yeah, Sandor Martin been waiting. He been waiting a little bit.
Yeah, whoever wins that fight, champion.
Well, so, I mean, I'm not mad at it. Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Huh?
Nah, go ahead. No, I was talking. So I got so much stuff going on in my back room. I'm like in one room and the other. I'm trying to run from the radio. I'm trying to run from noises. I'm getting a little frustrated right now. But my bad. But Pyro.
Crush, what you think
right, go ahead,
he should do?
I think he should he will fight Quelo or yeah, because Quelo still have a belt, right? Well, doesn't Quelo still have one of the belts? Yeah, Quelo or either El Rayo. I think that be a good matchup for him because T.O. is out right now. We don't know what's going on with Dev. Pitbull got a fight coming up, but it's not for a belt.
Who he fighting?
Yeah, huh?
Who Pitbull fighting?
What's this guy named? Fighting some guy named Exali. Some weird. I don't want to check his name up. He's fighting somebody I never heard of, and I never got the chance to research the guy just yet. But I will get to it. It's not that important to me to get around to it. Yeah, D3, go ahead.
Good. Next, 3.
No, I said I was saying I forgot who Pitbull is fighting. But I mean the 140 pound it's like I said it's open season for whoever can run at it. It's just I'm not too sure how these guys are moving. It's like
Yeah.
nobody is just to unifiers.
Yeah, it's kind of
Yeah,
messy.
nobody's moving with any urgency or hunger for real, to be
Zero
honest.
urgency.
Like,
Zero
do you
urgency.
guys really win?
So
Do you guys really win?
yeah.
Go ahead, Chris.
So I'm looking at like I said, the WBO is Lopez, the IBF is Paro,
hmm
the WBC is vacant. Puyo is the WB holder. So I think he's fighting Shandor Martin.
Okay.
Yeah,
For the title.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, he's
And
from
then
Martin,
you got
right?
I expect
Rayo,
Sandor to win that fight.
you got El Rayo, the WBA champion.
So,
I don't
fighting
know if
Antoine.
Shandor won. I don't know if he won.
Yeah, I don't know either. I expect him to though. I mean,
Yeah,
Sandor
I think
Martinez
Puyo can
he's been
fight.
kind of tough.
I like Pulio. Yeah, Pulio can fight, man,
Yeah, he
and
can.
he know how to use his length. That's one thing I like about it. He uses his length. He works his jab a whole lot. He works it pretty good. Got a nice, decent jab, but he fights to his height. He don't really fight down to his opponent height, which some of
Like
the taller guys
Barrios.
have a habit of doing. But I like that. So I can't wait to see that fight with Antoine Russell and Raya. I can't wait to see that fight.
I know. I hope
I'm
Antoine wins, man.
expecting I'm expecting something ugly. It's going to happen.
I'm expecting
Something ugly
Antoine to bring the
is
belts
going.
back.
Hey! You heard what I said, Prize.
Yeah.
I'm expecting something ugly to happen, man.
Yeah. I expect Antoine to come out and take care of business.
And I know the sport, and I ain't saying it because my bro was up here. Oh, I think that little hyena gonna be a little too much for El Rayo. That hyena pressure, man, and then he's coming with good punch placement and all those other things because he has a awesome tool set. He just gotta put it to use, and he can. That's all he gotta do is take his time. But the moment he smell weakness and he can get all up in El Rayo with ease, it's gonna be an early night. It
You
ain't
know
gonna go
another
past
thing
7
though, Crush?
minutes if he's inside of him. If real quick, Prize, if he's getting inside El Rayo and he can fight inside the distance early in the fight, it's not going past 7, man.
Yeah, I
Mark
agree
my
with
word.
you.
It's not going past
El
7.
Rayo's defense was pretty good in his last fight against Pitbull. He looked a lot better than he normally do. I don't know if he can beat Antoine, but you know, that's 50-50 for real. I think
it's
it's 50-50.
50-50, but I definitely rooting for Antoine. I have nothing against
100%.
El Rayo, but I got him doing it because he's one of the guys that I've been saying that was going to be a goddamn problem at 140 pounds, and I ain't changing that. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm not changing that.
I expect
140 gets
Antoine to be. I expect him to be a savage that night this weekend, and I expect him.
Yeah,
I expect him to go
hope
out
that
on his shield. However, it's gonna happen.
What'd you say, Dave?
I just hope that I hope that they corrected some of the mistakes that Antoine made against. I think Antoine he has boxing ability that he hasn't put on display yet, and the opportunities in this fight to show his boxing ability, because I don't think El Rayo is going to stand right in front of Antoine. I think El Rayo do similar to what he did to Pitbull, but I think Antoine is I think he cuts off the ring better than Pitbull.
Hell yeah.
His jab, he's a bigger fighter than Pitbull was. Pitbull was
He's just a better overall fighter than
inside.
Pitbull proves. How about that?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
but I'm just
they're
saying
not even on the same level.
Pitbull was at a disadvantage where disadvantage. Like Pitbull was a smaller guy, and he was in there with a bigger guy that had a longer arm reach, so to the inside. And El Rayo realized that he don't have to fight him on the inside; he could just stay on the outside. Well, he's dealing with Antoine, same advantage that he had over Pitbull. So I think it'll be a little bit different. I think it'll be a little bit different because he doesn't have that advantage to just and outbox Antoine.
I think Antoine gonna be right in his grill. Like it's hard to get away from a guy like Gary Antoine Russell. You can't. He's right there in front of you. You think you're getting away, but you're not. He's right there in front of you. So I expect Antoine to win and bring the belts back to the city.
Yeah,
That's
I
just me
mean,
though.
I hope that he wins. I'm rooting for him to win. I just got to see him correct some of the mistakes he made because I never seen him make those mistakes prior to fighting Puyo. He didn't use his jab as much, different angles like he normally do. Even though he stands right in their chest, he still would show different angles while he was right.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't see him do that. I seen him try to come forward and work the body instead of jabbing. So hopefully he corrected those mistakes and we could see a better Antoine in this fight. And it was as well. So this layoff is not as long as the last layoff. So we should see a better Antoine. Rayo is going to try to show similar fighting skills that he showed in the Pitbull fight, but I think that he realized he doesn't have that advantage that he had over Pitbull. If Antoine could get El Rayo to fight the same way he fought De Los Santos and fought Chris Colbert, that way it's going to be an easy night for Antoine. It's going to be an easy night for Antoine.
Yeah, I don't. Go ahead, Free. Land the plane.
No, I was going to say I think Antoine has a better chin than El Rayo. I don't think El Rayo.
Yeah, I definitely think Antoine's chin is better. El Rayo's been knocked out, and Antoine hasn't. So, I mean, take it for what you want.
Yeah.
I expect Antoine to go in there and be on some Sean Porter versus like Paulie Malignaggi type ish. I expect that kind of performance. I expect him. I feel like this get back is gonna be crazy with Antoine. I guess that's what really is for me. I feel like that, like you said, Free, he did a lot of things he's not really used to seeing him do. So, but anybody can have a bad day at the office. You know, I can have a bad day in my career. You can have a bad day. We all can have a bad day at the office. You know, so I don't want to crucify him for that, but I think his get back. I think he on some get back ish right now. I think he gonna be on demon time. That's just me though.
Yeah. I want to move down 5 pounds. And hypothetical. Let's say Tank Davis does go ahead and retire from the sport, and that belt, who takes over the weight class? Because now it's open season,
wide open again.
It ain't that anymore. So who takes over the weight class?
It would be wide open at that point at 35. If Tank leaves, then you can pick Shakur. You can pick some of the other 35-pound champions. Who got the belts? Tank. Who else got the belts at 35?
Loma and Denny. Tank, Shakur, Loma, and Denny.
Okay, maybe they need to mix it up. Maybe get Shakur and Loma in there. You know, I would just make all unifications. Then who's remaining at the end of that is the 35-pound king. Until Tank leaves or loses, I'm going to roll with Gervonta, man. It's just a safe bet.
Now,
it's just a safer bet, man.
I'm just looking at the simple fact that Keyshawn is still at that weight class. And if Keyshawn goes and he beats Denny, Shakur has a belt, Keyshawn has a belt. I think one of them will have to lose in order for us to see undisputed. Because as long as both of those guys are holding the belt, because I don't think they're going to fight each other.
They definitely not gonna
Yeah,
fight him. Boy.
definitely not fighting each other.
I think
Can't
they
really
scared of each
say
other.
nobody is the actual king of the division because those two guys, and let's say both. Let's just say that hypothetically that happened. I think somebody got to pull somebody card. I'm
Yeah.
friends and
Mhm.
all. Y'all both can't say y'all the best in the division. Y'all can't say y'all the best because both of y'all got 2 belts. Y'all the 2 at the top. Pull the other man's card.
I'm not trying to hear none of that friend stuff. It's fighting. Maybe in basketball, you might don't want to get traded from your friend, or you want to get traded with your friend. But in fighting, bro, ain't no friends in fighting, man. Like it's been some situations to where they were like, who Chris Bird fought? I forget who it was. They was all, you know, their families hung out together. Like his kids played with his kids. And they still fought. And Chris Bird, you know how he is.
Yeah.
He said the prayer after the fight, and he blessed everybody. He won the fight, and you know. They got the bag and they had to do it.
I think somebody's going to end up. I think what we're going to end up seeing is dropping a belt and moving out of the division, and
Before they
then
fight
it's
one
going.
another.
Yeah, because it just I never liked it when they said they was brothers. They would never fight each other. I'm like, okay. They said they never wasn't at that weight class at the time, and Keyshawn was at 35. So we knew Shakur was eventually going to end that he was going to campaign at 35. So if he's campaigning at 35, and you got Keyshawn campaigning at 35, somebody's going to have to either to say, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and move out of the division and let you become undisputed, or they're gonna have to just
bang it out.
because it just
It can't go no other way. Yeah. I can't picture them fighting.
There's no way around it.
These new niggas is weird. Like they don't like they be giving each other $2 million. Like some of the stuff that these young boys do. I'd be like, man, them niggas in my day would have never did that. You would have never seen Method Man go run up and give James Harden $5 million for his birthday or some weird stuff like these new niggas is different. They sensitive and emotional. And you know what? I believe them. I don't think they'll ever fight each other. That's just me.
Yeah,
Yep.
I mean, I don't know. I
Unless
don't
they
think
fall
that they
out
will.
like didn't Africa and Shakur fall out?
I think so.
No, they didn't actually. No,
Oh,
It's
Africa and Shakur.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
Africa and Shakur had a fallout. Africa and Shakur did because somebody else won the fight, or he didn't like the performance from Shakur. He said something that Shakur took offense to, and they ain't been cool since.
And then that's when they see him hanging out with Javante Davis. I'm like, yo, this dude, man, I like Africa, but like that was some real suspect.
And then he ended up saying
behavior.
something that Javante didn't like. Cool with neither one of them no more.
So I'm saying, like dudes like that, man. Like I can't have them kind of dudes around me. I like Hitchison though as a fighter, you know. But like again, these new dudes, man, these new niggas they different, man. But shout out to them.
me personally, it's just hard to say cool with somebody. It's just like me at work. I'm cool with everybody, but
right.
I ain't that cool that I promotion over me. I'm not that cool that I'm gonna let you get a promotion over me. We're going for the same job. You gotta outperform me. Perform you. Whoever gets the promotion, get the promotion.
Right.
But
And if you
I'm not gonna say, oh, you know what? That's industry together. I'm not going to step on his toes. He want the promotion. I'm gonna let it happen. No, we gotta go. You want the promotion? I want the promotion. Nigga, I'm not. I mean, it just.
I'm
I just
trying to
don't see
take
it
my
like that.
family to the Maldives too, nigga. I ain't trying to watch you go to Hawaii
No,
all
I'm
crazy
gonna tell you.
money
I'm gonna give
trips.
you. I'm gonna give you a perfect example. When I was playing semi-pro football, we went to school together from elementary all the way through high school, and we both played corner. But there was only one position open. The other guy, the other corner was already locked down. The dude been on the team for like 3 years, and they wasn't looking to. It was like, hey, y'all two got a battle for it, and I was like, well, I already know I'm better than him, and he was saying, no, I'm better than him.
So it was a dog fight.
Whoever's the best is gonna be the
It's
one
a,
on in the starting role. And I was, man, we did. And I will outperform this man every single day. And I saw the look in his face like, man, I can't come.
can't do this.
He got hands. He can catch the ball and he can run. He's like, man, I can't compete with him. So he ended up in the other corner. But I was like, no, I'm not going to just give up the position because that's my
Right.
man. No, we
So
got
don't. So
we was
free.
getting
With all
paid
that
for.
being said, do you feel like that's what would happen? Like Shakur be like, you know what? I'm just gonna move to 40 and let my little bro do his thing at 35. You know, that's kind of like what you just like what your analogy leads back to. It's kind of like giving up your job position to the next man. I'm not saying if you
Yeah,
cook me, if me and you going for the same position and we both going and trying to be carpenters and they need one carpenter and they say, well, I like both these guys. Well, we'll just see who works, the best, and they end up picking you. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? That it's a.
And see, I have that feeling that Shakur will be the one to make that.
That's what I
I
just
get the
said.
vibe from Keyshawn.
That's what I just
I get
said.
the vibe from I get the vibe from Keyshawn that Keyshawn like, yeah, we brothers going for mines. I get that type of vibe from Keyshawn. I don't get that vibe like, man, I would never fight him. I don't care. Now they do got some real history about. I heard some stuff behind the scenes where I think Keyshawn and Shakur would call and check on him every day. And he said that was the only dude that called and check on him. And so I understand that, but at the same time, this is a moment that can change your life forever. You can become undisputed and you are no longer the beast that you're fighting against. You become an A side. So that could change your life forever. So I don't but it's gonna come to a point where one of them
Something
gonna
gotta
have to make a
happen.
move.
If they don't, if
Yeah,
they both stay in the same weight class, and I can see Shakur trying to be the one, like I don't know, I'm gonna let my little bro do this, and I can see Keyshawn just kind of like, you know what, F this, and just crash out and be like, man, I'm better than him. I can see them falling out too, bro. Like the rest of these niggas, I can see them all falling out. I hope they all fall out and then fight and then be friends afterwards. That's the way we used to do. It was a problem in my neighborhood. We'll fight, get it over with, and then we'd be back to playing football the next day or the same day. You know what I mean? With
yeah.
these new dudes, they got to go through therapy. They need emotional support dogs. It's all kind of stuff with these new guys. I don't know what these fighters. I don't know what they type time they on. And this guys our age, which is most of everybody in the chat. It's not everybody, but quite a bit of people in the chat. We all like we don't know what to expect from these young bulls. One minute they might need therapy, they got mental health issues. It's all kind of stuff. I ain't never heard none of that stuff in boxing. Never. When have you heard
Yeah.
somebody say he
I
got
mean,
mental issues? I can't fight because I got mental issues. Man, them boys would have been in there for $10,000, $15,000.
that's what it's I've never in my life seen so many people in the sport of boxing all of a sudden been diagnosed with mental issues. I'm not saying that people don't really have mental issues. They very well could have it. I'm saying in the sport of boxing, like I said, out of the 40 years that I've been watching the sport of boxing, I've never seen so many cases of issues. Now, I think some of them is just using that. I don't think that they all have mental issues. I don't think all of them do. I think some of them is just using that as an excuse
to get out of a fight. Exactly.
And
That's
then they
what my
got to say
point
really.
was.
I think Danny Garcia was really going through depression. I think he was really having mental issues. I think Danny
Danny?
Garcia was really having mental issues. He was going through depression. I read
Wait,
somewhere where he
So
was
you
literally
said Danny Garcia?
yeah
Really?
Danny.
Okay.
Yeah,
Interesting.
I think he really was going through mental issues.
Charlo.
Depressions. He was having depressions, and I think it was after one of his fights in the interview because he was talking about it, and I think he really was having it. I think it was another guy that
I believe
guys
Charlo,
just using it
D3.
as an excuse.
I don't think Charlo was using anything.
Charlo was the other one. Charlo, that's what it
I
was.
think that he really needs help
Charlo was
or
having mental
needed
issues.
help. I think he needed help. I don't know now, but I think that he actually was reaching out for help in weird ways. But hey, everybody has their way of reaching out for help. And I think Charlo was just doing that. Now, like Ryan, his ass ain't have no mental health. He's just a goofy. You know.
Nah. Yeah, Bentley said social media doesn't help with the mental health either because it is. I mean, because there's a lot of people on here that's looking to get their 15 minutes of fame and say so. Oh, I went back and forth with such and such. They just want their 15 minutes of fame. So yeah, social media. Me personally, one of the ones that I'm not displaying none of my personal information on. Yeah, I'm not displaying none of my personal information. I show pictures of me hanging out with my wife and my family, but far as me going through stuff, I'm not putting that.
Right, I'm
for everybody
cool
to know about.
That's not our generation.
Yeah,
what he say?
He said, y'all have to think about it. Grow up. Nobody talks about mental issues publicly. Now, I mean, yeah, nobody talks about it publicly, but what
that's cap.
We had so many, like back in the day, when I'm talking about in the sport of boxing,
okay,
you never heard nobody because of mental issues.
Right.
Like they literally had injuries, the reason why they turned down fights. Mental issues. Now, even though they might not came out with it publicly, their agent or somebody in their camp will leak that stuff out. Nowadays, the fighters are saying it. Back in the days, they was getting that information out. Oh, this fighter is not fighting because of this injury or whatever, or this situation that's going on. Nowadays, out here saying what's going on, why they not fighting and stuff like that. So, they didn't put it out publicly, but I don't back then. Like every time you turn around, somebody saying they having mental issues.
I know, that's what I'm saying. You got a man, you got a big 6'6" man crying, walking around with a dog. I mean, I can't make this stuff up. And I don't care. BBO crucify me. You only root for black fighters. Well, you know, I do, but some of them I just can't touch with a 10-foot pole, bro, because they walk like my daughter's stronger than that. You know what I'm saying? Like you walking around, you big, you walking around with a dog, my boy, crying in front of a legend, man. You can't. I'm not letting that ride, dog. I'm not letting Jay Anderson ride. I'm never gonna let that ride.
I think he does.
He one of them.
I think he's one of them that got mental issues.
I'm gonna back off of him.
I mean, companion dog. He walking around with a companion dog. I mean, you gotta have some type of issues.
But you can't be that big walking around doing that though, Free.
I mean, if you go through those situations in your life, you gotta do something to get you past. So I think he's really having mental issues.
Well, he needs to step away. That's why I don't believe in him. That's why I like him. I mean, and when I mean I don't believe in him, I don't believe in him as a fighter, not being a successful black man. I don't have any doubt in. I don't have any doubt in my mind that he can become a successful black man. That's not what I'm saying. I have no doubt in my mind that he can accomplish that. But what I'm saying is, I don't think that he has I just don't have. I have no confidence in him in the ring. I just don't, and I want to, but I can't because what like he gonna get cooked, bro. He can't beat none of the top heavyweights. I mean, I would like to see him and
We
Joshua
could
fight.
show. We
That
could
would be a
show
good fight. Put him
Billy.
in there with Joshua.
Billy.
That'd be the one. Go ahead.
Billy said, "As men, we could show, but not publicly show. It shows weakness." I
I
don't know
agree
if
and
I
I
really
disagree.
agree with that.
I agree and I disagree.
I think if you are secure with your in this world, it don't matter what nobody thinks about you,
Right.
because that's how I am. I don't care what nobody thinks about
Me
me.
neither.
It doesn't make me one bit. It doesn't bother me not one bit. You can think whatever you want to think. That's your opinion of what you think of me. That is true. That's just your opinion. People
Right.
gonna have their opinion all the time.
Yeah, I'm with you
I
on
mean,
that.
there's a lot of people that and I know about it. I know you have different opinions about me, but it doesn't stop me from being who I am. I'm gonna be who I am today. I gotta live with myself. You don't.
I don't give a damn what y'all niggas think about me because I'm gonna be all right. That's all I'm gonna say about that. I'm gonna be
Just
all
like BBO
Are
said
you?
yesterday. He was like, man, not yesterday, day before. He was like, man, I was about to break out in tears. I was like, you big bad.
But you
Joke
was
around with him,
trolling
but I
though.
mean, that man was. I mean, if that man was really about to break out in tears, it won't be the first time that I saw him. I saw him tear up when Deontay Wilder lost. That man was literally heartbroken when Deontay got
I was
knocked out.
heartbroken, bro. I didn't want to talk to nobody. I was down in North Carolina,
Right.
and I had one of the worst nights of my life that night. I went. I didn't cry, but I was very, very angry. I was very upset, and I just started like intoxicating myself all crazy. And they say, no, I'm like on somewhere. I'm just like, I cannot believe this shit just happened, bro. I just couldn't. It was reminding me of Mike losing the Holyfield. It was the same feeling to where I couldn't shake it for weeks. I just like, damn, Mike. I was always like, damn, Mike, man. Not the bite fight, but the first fight, because
And
Mike came out rumbling in the. We was screaming, "Go, Mike, go!" But Mike's head wasn't on his shoulders because he could beat Holyfield, but his head wasn't on his shoulders, and Holyfield's was.
yeah, and see that's when you really emotionally attached to these fighters. Me personally,
Right, and I ain't doing it no more.
I like these fighters, but I'm not emotionally attached to these fighters.
Well,
Like, damn,
Wilder was the
well.
first one.
On to the next
that Wilder was the first one that I was emotionally attached to since probably when Roy got knocked out by Tarver, maybe, or maybe before.
That's the last time I'm emotionally attached to a fighter was Roy Jones. Because prior to that, it was Sugar Ray Leonard. Prior to Roy, it was Sugar Ray. I was
You know what fight messed me up low key when Vernon.
I seen Sugar Ray in person.
When Vernon clipped Sugar Shane in that, when Vernon dropped him, I was just telling my I was like, man, Shane gonna knock this dude, Ricky dude out. He owed this guy one. He beat him in the amateurs. Man, Vernon came out there, and when he won two, Shane, yo, that was one of the best knockdowns of that I like. One of my personal best knockdowns. When Vernon
GP
clipped Shane over.
He said Broner was his. Broner was his.
Yeah,
he realized he was emotionally attached to a fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people was upset on Madonna. A lot of people was upset about that.
That messed me up, man. I was like, bro, because I went to Madonna. I mean, not Madonna, but I went to Adrian Broner versus Gavin Reese fight, and Adrian Broner had entertained me so much. I just was so excited when I left the arena. My mother took me there for my birthday to see HBO boxing.
Mm-hmm.
And I had one of the best times of my life. Adrian Broner came out rapping. My daughter, matter of fact, my daughter mom was pregnant with my daughter. And she took me, she said, I got something for you. When I seen Broner versus Reeves, I went up I went up. And then when I went there, it was very entertaining. The card was good. The atmosphere was fire. Adrian Broner came out rapping and dancing. and he put on a good performance. I mean, Gavin Reese was clipping him in a couple firms. AB didn't train that good that fight, but his talent was so good. AB was in his bag, and I was just. And then when Madonna clipped him, bro, I felt the way. I ain't gonna lie. That's something.
Hold on, Prize. BBO got an announcement to make.
So we gonna as soon as we get done with this raffle, we gonna see him?
Yeah, the iPhone.
Yeah, we can see him.
As soon as we done with this raffle, we giving away 3 brand new iPhone 16s.
Damn.
So
I need one of them joints for my daughter.
Shout out to my man shout out to my man Sal for providing this contest. We're gonna give you the details on it, but
them joints for my daughter.
They say BBO don't give away nothing, so I want y'all to see him.
In live time.
Yeah, we doing it big, you know what I mean?
And Bentley is brutal. Shout out the homie
but yeah, we got a big contest coming. Once the JBT get done with theirs, we're gonna do ours. We on the process to getting to 5,000 subscribers. So, we're doing it big, man. Y'all said we weren't gonna do it. What the monkeys be doing?
You got 3 iPhones.
We got them all here. So back to the
cut,
show. I just want to let y'all know we got contests coming. Y'all can see them. These ain't even open, so no cap. Y'all see these is closed, right?
Man, them joints got the labels on them.
Let's go, bro.
I need one of them joints for my daughter.
But we got something big coming, y'all. So I want y'all to know, keep your eyes open. Salute the Freak, salute to my man Crush the Legend, salute to my man Prize. But I'm let y'all get back to the show. But letting y'all know we got something big coming up. This ain't from Wish.
Nah, ain't from Timo. What's it called, BBO? Timo.
Yeah, we got the good stuff.
This ain't from GH Greg or whatever them niggas is we do. Fugazi's, but
I mean,
I need one of them iPhones for my daughter. Word to my mother.
Yeah. Yeah, so y'all it'd be the only way you're gonna find out how to win. You gotta be tuned in.
I appreciate BBO. Boy. BBO put my tickets in there, bro.
You gotta be
what up, Prize?
in order to, yeah, you gotta we're not leaving win. You gotta be tuned in order to win. You gotta be tuned in. If you're not tuned in, then you're gonna miss out. So in order to win.
So
you go ahead, Prize.
Make sure you tuning in to both shows. Make sure you tune in to the morning show just as well as the night show, because like D3 just said, you better be paying attention. You better be taking notes, because like Rakim said, ain't no joke. So all y'all iPhone, y'all Apple lovers out there, you got a chance, so you got to pay attention. So BBO is bringing something different. Salute to the bruh. Gonna do something a little different. So can't wait to see how that's gonna work out. But man, we getting back to this boxing talk, man. Where were we at last time before BBO came in and made the announcement about the phone giveaway?
We were just talking about
no, we were just talking about being emotionally attached to these fighters. How these fighters nowadays are coming up with the excuse of mental issues.
Yeah.
But
I'll never do that again, though.
Case of boy, Ant McQueen, Bentley,
Ant McQueen, what's up, Dan? What's going on, y'all?
Melanie Queen. What's going
Blessings, Melanie Queen.
Back to boxing. I want to see these try to show some sense of urgency, and let's see if we can get a unification for somebody pushing for undisputed. Because right now nobody's talking about unifying these belts. They just talking about fighting their mandatory. This that. I don't hear nobody going at another champion trying to unify these belts. It just they on their side and everybody. So if we was putting that pressure on EJ and Bud and T.O. and Loma, gotta put that same pressure on these guys as well. It doesn't stop with those. The sport of boxing keeps moving on. So now in the undisputed at 35 and at 47, it keeps moving forward. We got to keep going. It doesn't stop. champions, they got to go in there and fight. We got to find out who's the best out of these new sets of champions. We got to find out who's the best.
Yeah, that's why I wish these damn sanctioning bodies would make it mandatory where they say, hey, D-Free, you own the WBO belt and Crush owns the WBC belt, and y'all two get together and talk and say it's mandatory now that they fight another champion. I don't understand why
I wish
that
they
not
could do that.
why is that not happened already? It should be mandatory. You want to talk about mandatory? There's no reason Boots Ennis should have had to fight Karen again. It should have been mandatory that he fight Stanionis or Barrios, or your belt's going to be taken. And y'all can call them email champions all you want. I call them duck belts because why your man take your belt? Like when Triple G took Canelo belt back in the day, it's WBC. Canelo's like, I don't F the WBC. He dropped the belt. Nah,
Yeah.
Triple G was smiling ear to ear. No, it needs to be mandatory that these sanctioning bodies get together and make these champions fight another champion or get rid of the damn things.
The only way that can happen, both of these sanctioned bodies have to be on the same accord.
Are they free?
And be on the same accord.
Are they?
Because no, they're not. Now, because the WBC BA champion what to do. That only the WBA commissioner can, the WBA chairman can can talk to his champion. But if they are in cahoots with each other, they can force their champion to fight this fighter. Your next fight got to be against this guy. Your next fight got to be against this guy. Now it's up to the promoters now to make that if they don't make that fight. But it takes the two sanctioning bodies to be on one of these different sanctioning bodies. They don't care about that. They just care about making their money. If you can produce a fight that's going to give me big dollars, sanction it. But if they get on one accord, then yeah, we can have these unification fights. Up to the promotional companies to have these unification fights, and these promotional companies like, man, I don't care as long as we got a champion in our division.
Yeah, man.
I don't care if we don't fight these other champions.
But then you got people mad at Turkey Island Sheep because he's putting people, to the test. He's putting together, like, I understand, like, this is the guy that we all wanted. This is the people, like, I know Bob Arum didn't do it. Not like this. Al Heyman, like this guy, I'm talking about right now. I'm not talking about 10 years, 5 years last year. Right now. This guy is trying to put together the best fights, and he's paying the money to have fights in his backyard. Some people say they care about the return. Some people say they don't care about the return. I just feel like he wants to be in the spotlight and looked at as the savior of boxing, and that's good enough. And he's willing to write as many checks. Yeah, he scaled it back a lot. Like we were talking about yesterday. Yes, he scaled it back a lot. Because he was like, all right, I don't got to give out that much money. All right, even better. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't mean he doesn't have the same agenda. I feel like the man is making it happen. Like I don't like the fights in Saudi Arabia. I don't like the damn fights coming on at 5 o'clock either. I don't like it. We don't like it. We used to seeing the fights start off at 9 East Coast time. You know what I'm saying? We not. But this 5 p.m. stuff is crazy. But at the end of the day, I don't care if they fight on the moon. Then I would be a hypocrite from what I was saying, because I already said I don't care if they fight on the moon. I just want to see the fights. That was my whole thing when I first came on talking on YouTube. I just want to see fights. Now it hasn't changed. I still want to see the fights. So if they happen at 5 o'clock, then I got to do better and making sure that, hey, you know what, this is what it is. If I love this, then I'll be there at 5 o'clock. And I'm
gonna tell you right now. I'm gonna tell you right now. Me personally, I do care because these fighters built their fan base in their own country.
Yeah.
Now it's one thing if you fighting a fighter and they got the opportunity to put a fight on in their home country because they're the A side or whatever. But if you got two American fighting, I believe they need to fight in their home country. Why are they going over to Saudi Arabia and the card starting at. Ain't nobody watching no daggone
Hey, you
fight
know
card
what,
at
Free?
12 o'clock
Because
in the
the money
afternoon.
is right. So you mean so? Listen,
No,
if
I understand the money. I'm not just talking about why I care about it, because
yeah,
if you got a fan base over here, if I'm a fan of one of these fighters and I want to go to that fight, 16 hours on a plane to Saudi Arabia, I'm not doing that. So
yeah,
I gotta watch this fight on TV where I want the Earl Spence and Bud Crawford. I wanted to go to that fight, but that fight kept getting put off. That I didn't make arrangements
yeah.
because I
I
didn't
didn't
know.
want to touch it. Right.
Yeah, I didn't know if that fight was going to happen or not. So I didn't make no
My
arrangements
thing
to
is
go to the
this.
fight.
What I mean is, what I don't care about where the fights are, because if Tank and Devin, I don't want to say Devin, because Devin's there. If Tank and Shakur was announced tomorrow morning that there was going to be a fight, and they were fighting at Japan at 3 o'clock in the morning, the fight they're going to be doing an introduction in the ring at 3 o'clock in the morning on a Wednesday.
I won't be up at 3 o'clock in the morning watching that
I'm
fight. I
going
can
to
tell you
wake
that
up.
right.
I'm just going to take off work.
I can tell you
I'm
that
watching
right
that
now.
fight. I'm watching that fight.
No,
That I'm watching
I
it
got
live,
up.
not no
I got up.
replays.
No, I got up for that Monster Inoue fight, and
That's
I fell asleep
Monster
halfway
Inoue
through
though.
it.
He fights bums.
No, what I'm saying is, what I'm saying is, I tried to get up at 5 o'clock. I fell asleep halfway through it. I'm not going to sit here and spend my money and fall asleep halfway through the fight. No,
I'm gonna get
if
up
I'm
and
spending
watch
money
it.
on these fights, I'm not. I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm not watching. I can tell you right now, they fight in Japan and it's at 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm not watching. I know I'm not, because I know I'm gonna fall asleep.
I feel
I'm not
you.
watching.
Nah, but all realistic, all jokes aside, like I know it's like with the Turkey Island Sheik thing, and I'm being serious right now. With the Turkey Island Sheik thing, I think it's like take the good with the bad type of deal, man. It's like the good is we get the fights, or it looks like we might get the fights, or he's willing to try to make the fight, you know. But the bad is that we gotta damn give up our Saturday to watch the fights at where they start them off so early at 5 p.m. and stuff and 2 p.m. Like that's crazy work, man. You know, people moving around on Saturdays, man. You know, kids got basketball games and soccer games and baseball and stuff, man. So
See, now I'm not that mad. Like I said, if that fighter is from that country, I'm not that upset at it, because I mean, the fights over here, they gotta wait. They gotta adjust their time to watch him fight if he's fighting over here. So we got to do the same thing. So I'm not that mad at it if it's a fighter from that country. But you got two American fighters. There's no reason why at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, because they fighting in Saudi Arabia. No, you know how much goes on a Saturday at 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
what time
I
did
ain't got
Buster
time to be sitting
Douglas
there trying.
and Mike fight rumbled in Japan all crazy? When did that fight?
I don't
What
know.
time did that come? I don't remember. I was a
That
young
fight.
boy.
I didn't even watch that fight. I caught that joint on the playback. I didn't watch that fight.
I know. I remember waking up and all on the news, and Mike Tyson was knocked out. I didn't see it either.
I caught that on the playback.
So it
I
must
didn't
have
even watch
been
that
at a
live.
weird time. That's something good to know that I don't know. I would like to be educated about. What time did they
If that
actually?
was
I don't want to care about. I want to know what time they was in the ring. Buster Douglas, Mike Tyson.
Tyson, that it probably was like 5 o'clock in the morning. They fought over there in
Japan.
in Japan. Yeah, it was like Friday, because 5 o'clock in the morning is like 11 o'clock at night for them.
That's crazy. I wonder what time it was.
So, I
I just remember waking up, man.
I remember watching that joint at like, I think it was like probably like the next day. I didn't even watch that fight live. I heard about what happened. I went back and I went to watch the fight because talking about it all over.
It was all
HBO.
over there was worldwide news.
Yeah,
I remember.
so
I was like I was 11. I was like 10, 11 years old around that time, and I woke up
I was
and
14.
I seen Mike get peace with the boom boom, and then no, first I see Mike drop Buster, and I was going crazy like, "Go Mike, go go!" And then I just seen Mike get peace with that mouthpiece, and that's something that as a child scarred me. And then my mother was like, "No more watching boxing for you," because she was like, "What's wrong with you? Like, what's your problem?" And I was just like, "Man, Mike got knocked out." She was like, "What?" She's like, "If you don't get your stuff together in school, you're not going to your thing on the weekend. You're not playing basketball or whatever I was doing." And I was just moping. My mom was like, "You know what? No more boxing for you, because if you can't handle it, you can't." And I was just like super emotionally attached to Mike Tyson. You know, he was the first I can remember Sugar Ray and them, but they was on their way out. You know, uh, but Mike was something different for me. And when I watched him try to pick up his mouthpiece, I must have moped around for 2 or 3 weeks. My mother still she can tell that story really good right now. That I can't like that did something to me. I ain't gonna cap. So I don't want to be attached to these dudes like that. Pause. You know what I'm saying? Like Wilder,
Yeah,
like
I mean,
man, that pissed
yeah,
me
yeah.
off. That was I had all kind of mixed feelings with that Wilder thing because it was all kind of funny stuff behind that for me, you know. But
Yeah, that's why I said. That's why I said I could never have a favorite fighter since the Roy Jones fight. Like I said,
right,
Roy
that I
Jones
felt
and
away
Sugar
with
Ray
that
Leonard.
one.
I couldn't because I was literally upset. I cussed my man out and everything because he called me. He was like, "Yeah, what are you
Right,
talking
niggas.
about?" And I went back and looked at it, and I was like, "Man, get off my damn phone."
What you talking
And
about? The
I didn't
Tarver
speak to him
joint?
because I didn't speak to him.
What you talking about? The Tarver joint free with Roy? When that nigga,
3 days.
when that nigga Roy, when Tarver was like, "You got any excuses tonight, Roy?" I was like, "Man, I hope Roy be." I hated Tarver. I hated Tarver, bro. When that nigga said, "You got any excuses tonight, Roy?" I said, "Man, Roy gonna man. I hope Roy beat him up." When that second round came, bro, I was like, "Man, I ain't watching boxing no more because this stuff ain't real." You know what I mean? I just was like in denial that that just really happened. Did he just really piece Mike up? I mean, Roy up like that? I mean, it was a lucky punch to me. Cause he closed his eye. Go look at the replay. He closed his eyes and he threw a shot. You know what I'm saying? I don't care. But it landed and he got Roy up out of there, but man, whatever. I ain't tripping.
When it comes to this 140 pounds, these guys got to show some type of sense of urgency because it's
Yeah.
gonna get to a point where guys are not going to be interested in the 140-pound division because it's exciting. When we had the Josh Taylor, the Regis Prograis, guy that Josh fought for the title, the undisputed title. But when those guys was fighting, it was starting to get exciting.
Mm-hmm.
135, and then it was 147.
Mm-hmm.
But then we had those guys at 140 who was making it exciting.
Yeah.
Now, it's not trying to unify these titles. It's like, okay, well, what are we watching it for? Y'all not trying to unify these titles. Y'all not trying to.
Hey,
So
Free.
that's
What's
why
the
I say
best
these
division in
titles
boxing, B
doesn't bother
Free?
me.
What's the best division
The
right now
best
in boxing,
division in
Free?
boxing, 54.
Right now.
154 right now.
You think so?
Yeah, 154 right now. That's where the most competition is at.
I wouldn't I feel like if they all had their ish together, that 35 is the most richest weight class. But I'm not gonna disagree too much with you on that 54. The 54 got them dogs. If them dogs all came outside, that would be something special too. So 54 and 35, I mean, I'm cool with one of
Now,
Go ahead, Free.
now, if you saying which is the richest division, that
What I
still will
mean
be the
rich
richest
is
division
what I
because
mean rich is I don't mean just money. I mean like the biggest fight, the biggest everything. The richest, you know.
the biggest fight. I
What's
mean,
the
right
biggest
now,
fight?
the biggest fights outside of outside of Canelo, Benavidez, I think any one of those guys that we want to see Tank Davis in there is the biggest fight right now.
In boxing,
I don't think any one of those fights, yeah, in boxing. Like I
damn.
said, outside of Canelo Alvarez, because right now nobody's really. There's some good fights at heavyweight, but it ain't nobody who's a superstar in heavyweight outside of maybe AJ, and everybody believe AJ is done. Wilder, we know Wilder is done now, so it ain't really no superstars in heavyweight right now.
I
So
feel bad
Canelo
for
is a
Usyk. Usyk
superstar.
should be a superstar, man. He should be a freaking megastar right now. He should be a megastar right now, but he just I don't understand why he's not, man. I
Superstar in his
like
own
Usyk,
country.
man. I'm talking about in
He's a
America.
superstar in his own country.
Oh yeah, for
I
sure,
think
100%.
America does
I
like
think he should
Usyk.
be a
He's not a
global star
superstar.
like Mike Tyson was. How about that?
Nah, he can't be that.
Why?
No, he can't be that.
Why?
He's not because he's not that he doesn't have that personality to be outspoken like Mike. It's
Well,
more so
didn't he grab that girl and kiss her? That was crazy. That was creepy. That was savage.
yeah, but that
He
was
grabbed
press
that.
conference. That was doing a press
No,
conference.
that girl was embarrassed. He embarrassed that woman.
No, but what I'm saying
That
is
was
that was
weird.
you only see Usyk do anything is during a press conference. He doesn't really do. He don't come out and have interviews. He doesn't address the public like that. Mike Tyson, you saw Mike Tyson everywhere. Mike Tyson was everywhere.
But
Usyk doesn't
Usyk,
have.
based off of what he's done, he's like cleaning out these boys. I don't know though, man. I think Fury gonna get him in his second one though. I think Fury might get over on him.
That's like I said, outside of Canelo versus David Benavidez, because I think that's the biggest fight in the sport of boxing. This is the biggest fight in the sport of boxing. But
Benavidez and
outside
Canelo.
of that, outside of that, I think Tank Davis, Loma, Devin, Tio, and maybe even Ryan again. I think any one of those fights are the biggest fights right now.
Man, if Tank and Ryan go at it next after Tank fight Roach and Ryan, that I think that joint will sell out again, bro. Cause people
Numbers because they gonna
people think because what Ryan did to Devin that he ready. I don't know.
I don't think they say he's ready. I think if Ryan could somehow get a fight with no weight clause, I think they.
Casual's gonna show up for
with no
another
weight
Ryan and
clause.
Tank, bro. Especially after the Ryan and Devin. If Ryan and Tank fought next after their fights, bro, man, that joint gonna sell out again. I think so, bro. For sure it would.
Yeah, I mean, it's very, very few have not sell out. It's very few of them. Mostly all of them sold out. So, especially a star at 35, just about every one of his fights have sold out since then. I think the last fight that it was at 130 pounds prior to him moving up to 135. That was the last fight that didn't sell out for Tank Davis.
Man. Yeah, I agree with you though. I think Benavidez and Canelo is the biggest fight in boxing. But how is that's bigger than Crawford and Canelo? They still push. I wish Crawford would just.
Yeah.
I don't want to see Bud do that, man. I don't know. I don't know if I want to.
It's bigger than Crawford, and it's bigger than Crawford and Canelo because a lot of people believe that David Benavidez can beat Canelo. Believe that Crawford can beat Canelo. He got fans that believe that he has a chance to beat him, but a lot of people that believe that Crawford can beat Canelo. But there is a lot of people that think that David Benavidez can.
I think Crawford reaching with that Canelo fight, man. I don't know if he should jump up there like that because that's gonna be tough.
No, There's talking that there's talks that it might happen. It
I
might
know. I
happen that
saw that.
there's nowhere else to go.
Canelo don't really got
They,
nowhere else to go, bro. Yeah. I don't think Canelo.
but
What's he gonna do if he doesn't fight
it's either.
Benavidez, Morrell winner? What is he gonna? What's he?
I mean, at this point, it's either him fighting David, fighting Crawford, because even Morrell is not something that the fans are pushing for.
Right.
Pushing for Canelo versus Morrell. They pushing for Canelo versus David Benavidez. They accept Canelo first accepted, but they're not pushing for it. They want to see Canelo versus David Benavidez, and if he's not fighting him, then they want to see him fight Crawford. It might happen next because there's really nowhere else for him to go.
Bud is a savage, man. He really think he can get him right now. He might can, but I mean, people gonna criticize Crawford because of that Majimov performance, but you got what I gave Terrence Crawford the benefit of the doubt, like they give all the other fighters, some of these other fighters. I give Crawford the benefit of the doubt. I feel like he was a little rusty, and Majimov was a little bit better than we all thought, because now a lot of us, I ain't gonna say a lot of us, I'm gonna speak for myself. I feel like Majimov he gonna be real tough for Victor. What's the boy name? Virgil Ortiz. But yo,
Man, Magnumov going to
Majimov is a savage though, because he's fighting in like December and then February. He has a fight before.
No, I'm saying he's gonna gonna knock Virgil out.
Bro, I'm not gonna be surprised, man. Majimov got a fight, I believe, in December, and I think it's like December 21st. Don't quote me, but I believe he got a fight in December, and then he's turning right back around, and he's gonna rumble Virgil Ortiz, in like what is that card? February?
That's February 22nd.
Right.
No.
So
yeah,
go
February 22nd. Yeah, February 22nd.
All right.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So go look at Majimov's next fight. It's not Virgil Ortiz. That card that Turkey dropped, yeah, man, I'm telling you, this dude Majimov he's a savage. He's fighting like December and turning right back around. They're gonna jump in there with Virgil Ortiz, bro. Go look at his next fight. It's not Virgil Ortiz.
I'm looking right now. But I don't think Virgil has Magnumov. He's a come forward fighter. Magnumov, he's tailor made for Magnumov. Made for him.
Yeah, I know people don't got a lot of confidence in Virgil right now because he had a not such.
I don't think Crawford rusty when he fought Magnumov. I don't think he was rusty because Crawford is used to he's used. If you look at his last 4 or 5 fights, he only fought one time a year. So I don't think he was rusty because he had just July 29th. He had just fought him July 29th.
I think he was rusty because of the weight.
Fighting Burachek. Bochuk, something like that. But he's fighting
Bochuk,
Usyk versus Tyson Fury card.
Exactly.
He's the co-main.
And then he's turning right back around and he's gonna fight Virgil Ortiz. Yeah. I think that's savage, bro. I think that is what you want out of these fighters, bro. That man is turning around and he's gonna jump right back in there against a mega, like, shoot, man, his second biggest fight of his career.
Yeah. I would say Virgil has a name. He has a name in the sport of boxing, but I don't think he's the same threat as he has power. If he's able to land the shot, he can hurt you. But Virgil, the problem with Virgil defense, It's suspect. Crawford was getting hit with some shots from Magnumov.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think and we saw the fight. I don't think Virgil stands up to those shots that Magnumov is going to throw. I don't think he stands up to those shots.
Because I think Crawford got a way better chin than Madrimov. I mean, than Virgil.
I don't know if it's way better, but
I say
might
it's
be
way better.
We've seen Crawford get rocked a few times. We've seen him get rocked a few times.
Yeah, we
so
did.
I don't know if it's way better. I think it's slightly better, but I think it's slightly better though.
That's fair enough. But I feel like that Crawford is just I feel like he can take a better shot. I mean, I don't know. Madrimov is gonna be tough, man. I think Virgil gonna smoke.
Virgil gonna take his first loss. He's gonna take his first loss. I'm almost
everybody
certain he's gonna take his first loss.
Then everybody gonna take Madrimov. You gonna have to take him serious.
I don't think Virgil make it past the dude that beat Tim Zoo. That
who?
dude that stopped the dude that stopped Tim Zoo. What was his name? His name right now, but the dude that just stopped Tim Zoo. I don't think Virgil make it past him.
That's crazy. What is that guy that beat Tim Zoo?
It was they was the fight that he just had. He just stopped.
Yeah. Was it one of them Ukrainian fighters?
Was he? I think he was. I think he was.
Yeah, I hope somebody put that in the chat because I can't think about. I know he's talking about. I just can't.
But yeah, I don't think he make it past him.
Yeah, that's gonna be pretty tough.
He might not be able to beat Tim Zoo.
I just have a hard time seeing Virgil go in there and smoke Madrimov out, bro. I have a hard time with that one.
I'm still trying to figure out why Virgil didn't let Xander Zayas in the ring with him. Xander Zayas wanted that smoke.
Yeah, but I'm not mad.
He wanted that smoke.
People crucify Virgil for saying, "Well, I'm not." They got on him for not taking that Xander fight, but I think that Madrimov is a tougher challenge.
You can say it's a tougher challenge. You can say it's a tougher challenge. I'm not going because I think Magnumov can fight. I'm not going to disagree that it's not a tougher challenge. But all I'm going by is anybody that ever offered me a fight, I took it. Well, you offered him to fight. He took it. Why you ain't take it? Man, what? An hour to make his decision? He said he made it in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Never heard nothing back.
That was crazy. I definitely heard that. And I think that's crazy. But again, I still think Madrimov, you can't get mad at Virgil because I feel like Madrimov is a tougher fight than Xander Zaire. And I like Xander Zaire. I go front. But
I'm not mad at him, but if you get him to fight and you say he has an hour to take it and he accepted, don't turn around and offer somebody else a fight. Now, it could have been Turkey that made that decision to go with Magnumov instead of Xander Zaire, but it doesn't look right. It doesn't look right on Virgil's behalf.
It's definitely sus. I'm not
He's doing. I don't know.
But I'm not mad at Virgil. I'm not gonna act like that and get all bent out of shape because I feel like that. Oh, the man responded in 10 minutes. Oh, you fighting who? Oh, okay. It's kind of one of them deals. Fight Magimov? Oh, all right.
Yeah, you
Not like he went
you
to
can look
not
at it.
fight a guy that we never heard of.
Yeah, I mean you can't really say he definitely could say he avoided him. Can't really say he ducked him because I don't think Magnumov is a worse fight. Worse fight. But you definitely
Yeah.
could say you avoided him because you sent him the offer, he accepted it. And then all of a sudden you never
And they say no, you
that's
fighting
almost like
Magimov.
that's almost like Tank Davis sent an offer and said, "Hey, you got an hour to respond back if you want this fight or not." And Shakur responds back and end up fighting Devin Haney. You be like, Shakur responded. Well, he fighting Devin Haney, so you can't really get mad.
Yeah.
You can't really get.
Can't, bro. It's impossible. Like the kid is fighting Magimov. I mean, what more do you want from him to do? I know Zan Desire is a definitely bigger name, bigger popular, more popular, bigger attraction, but Magimov is a tougher fight to me. Because I'm pretty sure there's some people up here that disagree with me.
Very well, Mike. I would say it's probably is from just off of the strength of what we saw he do with Bud Crawford. Xander Zayas has never been in the ring with anybody of the level of a Bud Crawford, and we saw what the success Magnumov was able to have. I could say, yeah, you know what? It might be a tougher fight because he's been in there with one of the top guys. Xander Zayas never been in there with no top guy. So
right.
We don't know what Xander Zayas have to offer. Now, Xander Zayas might mess. We won't know until he get in the ring. But right now, just going off of what we know that Magnumov been in there with one of the top guys. The type of resistance he put up against him, we never seen Xander Zayas in the ring with any. And I like Xander Zayas. Xander Zayas is one of my young prospects that I had was one of the prospects when he was a prospect. So I like Xander Zayas. But,
yeah, what's that guy named
that's
Barco?
all I had. Get out of here because I gotta get ready to take my wife to work. I appreciate everybody for coming through. Shout out to Bentley, Case Boy, Ace, Melanie
Killer
Queen,
Mike,
Thomas Hill,
some mob, GP,
Mike. We appreciate all y'all for coming through.
Melanie Queen.
Yep, Melody Queen. Don't forget JBT raffle, and if you win half the bag. And BBO got his own little contest going on. Like I said, you got to be tuned in order to get the details of how to win. You won't know, and that's tuned into both shows: the morning show at 6 o'clock and the evening show at 8 o'clock. You got to be tuned in to get the details because you don't know where the details is going to be spilt at. It could be spilt on the morning show. It could be spilt at the evening show. So you got to be tuned in. But other than that, make sure y'all hit the like button on y'all way out and subscribe if you're not subscribed. You catch it on the playback, same thing. Hit subscribe. Shout out to Prize Crush. It's your boy D Free. Shout out to BBO, and we out.
Peace.
The JBT is back at it again, y'all. This time, amazing raffle for the holidays. You know, replenish the pockets. Sometimes things go grim and, you know, you spend a little bit more than you anticipated, but we're here to help you out. $5 to get you in, $20 to get you in 5 times for winner takes half. Hold on. I didn't know that was the details, y'all. Hold on. Cut.
Hey, Remo.
Hey, yo, Karen, why y'all ain't let me know that the prize was winner takes half? Now, this is dope.
It's been running for some time now, silly.
Is JBT a content creator allowed to get into this?
Absolutely not. Are you crazy?
No.
Nope.
Wow, that's crazy.
No content creator, just JBT supporters, sorry.
Whatever. Bye. Like I was saying, $5 to get you in 1 time, $20 to get you in 5 times. Winner takes half. Can't win if you don't play, man. Jump in the raffle. JBT Network 1 is the way you get in. Leave your name and the means of contact. And enjoy the holidays on us, JBT.
Ho, ho,
Peace.
ho, Merry Christmas.
Ladies and gentlemen, hailing from Cleveland, Ohio, I give you BVO.
Oh, we boxing? Yeah, we boxing. I need that belt like it ain't no other option. So we punching and weaving and blocking. Defeat ain't an option. Let them know. Shoot a video, put it on BVO. Let them know. Every time I punch, it's a heavy blow. BVO, bound to hit like bricks cause it was set in stone. Let them know. I ain't getting body, but I'ma hit this flow. Yeah, way more than a show. This is BVO.